What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back, and we are back to talk about the one and the only Virtua Fighter. Now, there has been some big news that has come out about Virtua Fighter. It hasn't been officially from Sega that I know of, but the source that it's coming from is said to be a close source from Sega. So when I first got wind of it, I had to see for myself, and I've been talking to a lot of people. Although a lot of people are not really saying that it's absolutely legit, but people are saying that it is close to being legit because of this information is coming from a source that is close to Sega. Now, everybody is kind of calling this a leak. I don't consider this as a leak. The reason why I don't consider it as a leak because we haven't seen anything yet. It's way different than what happened in Tekken 8. You feel what I'm saying? Where the base roster got leaked, turned out to be real, and then other shit started coming after that ended up really being fake. But still, we haven't seen anything yet when it comes to this new potential Virtua Fighter title. So I really don't consider this as a leak. I just consider this a spit of information and basically what is to come and what we can expect and what we can look for whenever the new Virtua Fighter title is revealed. Now, as I said before, this person here that is basically giving out the information is pretty sure of himself. He's basically giving us some of the stuff that we pretty much already knew what was going to happen, or a lot of us are probably predicting what's going to happen with the new Virtua Fighter game. Now, before we get started, I will go on record by saying those of you that are fairly new to my channel, if you subscribe like the last few weeks, maybe in the last couple of months, I think if I haven't said it before, if you haven't heard me say it, I'll say it right now. Most of y'all have come for the Tekken content for the most part. And of course, I have a unstoppable passion when it comes to Tekken. I love Tekken. Tekken is one of my top 2 favorite fighting games that I love to play ever. And I mean ever. My dedication to Tekken is just completely unmatched. You feel what I'm saying? But I will go on record by saying once again, Virtua Fighter is my favorite video game of all time. When I mean favorite video game of all time, I mean it's my favorite fighting game. It's my favorite genre of game. I choose it over Super Mario Brothers, over Rainbow Six, over whatever. It's my favorite video game of all time. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how it's been ever since it's released. And like I said before, Virtua Fighter and Tekken are my 2 top video games that I really do love to play. And that's pretty much going to be eternal. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So when this Virtua Fighter news came out, of course, y'all know your boy was going to have to peep this shit out. And here we are. I'm also going to go on record by saying, for those of you that are just now subscribed to me, I also will go on record by saying that I am one of the top 10 Virtua Fighter players in North America, and I am also the #1 Lao Chan player in North America as well. So my Virtua Fighter resume goes a long way and pedigree goes a long way. And of course, depending on who you talk to, I am a big fish when it comes to the Virtua Fighter community. So now the reason that I'm saying all this is because I don't want people to think that I'm view chasing when I'm making this video right here, because I know practically every other FGC content creator has reported this. Much like I consider my channel the ultimate Tekken channel, my channel is also the ultimate Virtua Fighter channel. When it comes to Q&A, gameplay, tutorials, characters, or whatever, I have several playlists, multiple characters, multiple tutorials, multiple topics, you name it. My channel is the ultimate Virtua Fighter channel, on side of it being the ultimate Tekken channel. So it ain't no view chasing over here with me. Been doing this shit since day one. And I know for those of y'all that have just subscribed to me in the last month or few weeks, there hasn't been very much VF content that's been shown, but that is going to change pretty soon because I will have a lot of VF content very soon to go alongside the Tekken content, because it is just some good shit when it comes to these 2 fighting games, because I absolutely love showing these 2 fighting games off at the same time. My channel is dedicated around Tekken and Virtua Fighter. These are the 2 fighting games that my channel is based around and circled around, and that's just how it's going to be as long as my YouTube channel is up. So we are going to start with the first part of the Virtua Fighter information that this person has given us, the new information. And basically, I'm just going to read it off, and then I'm just going to basically give my 2 cents in on what I think is going to happen, or just give my deep thoughts and elaborate off of what this person is saying. Then when I get to the other sections, I'm just going to do the same. So we're going to do it that way. That way, you know, it kind of helps me get my thoughts out better like that. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So we are going to start with the first section. And basically this person starts off by saying, this is a Virtua Fighter title that is developed to be a modern competitor to Street Fighter and Tekken with esports concepts and mechanics that are similar to current Street Fighter 6 and other fighting games. It is a concept that evolved a lot. Okay. And there's all new main story and side stories with brand new characters. So I guess what this person talking about is it's going to be kind of like Tekken 8. There's going to be a main cinematic story, and then they're going to have character story endings. So, you know, that's going to be a big change when it comes to Virtua Fighter, because that's one of the big things that Virtua Fighter has always been missing. It's been missing a story, and it's been missing cinematic endings. I can't say it enough how Virtua Fighter needed a story. Now, a lot of people don't think so when it comes to Virtua Fighter. A lot of people think that Virtua Fighter don't need a story. But look, every game has one. Every book has a story. Every movie has a story. You know what I'm saying? Every form of entertainment has a story. Okay? Virtua Fighter definitely needs a story because it is a form of entertainment at the end of the day. Y'all feel what I'm saying? You know, every concept has a story, and basically that'll be a good way for people to relate to the characters. People that want to try the game out, people can easily relate to the characters that way because it's kind of like hands-on real time with the characters with the cinematic endings. And then you got the story, you know, the interaction is just going to be through the roof, and people can relate to that and people can get hooked to that. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. I did a video a few years ago, and that was one of the things that I had preached on when it came to a Virtua Fighter story. Virtua Fighter needs that, exactly that, a story. If y'all want to check that video out, here's the thumbnail right here. And like I said, I already got all this shit. You know, what this dude is saying right here, I've already pretty much either explained it, talked about it, or predicted. So check this video out right here. You feel what I'm saying? And I'll explain it to you in that video in deeper manner. Then he says, and there is an evolution of ranked matches that is similar to modern fighting games. This is a title that is focused on scaling with the player and their play styles when they play online. I mean, that's just the same as it always been. As a matter of fact, I think Virtua Fighter kind of got the revolution started when it came to online. Y'all feel what I'm saying? The whole ranked title thing, I think that came from Virtua Fighter first because it came offline first. Virtua Fighter actually had offline ranked titles. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And then it went online. So Virtua Fighter already started that. So, you know, he says evolution. Virtua Fighter already started that back in Virtua Fighter 4. So the next section, he says, Virtua Fighter. It is online and esports focused and has online and offline modes, including customization modes. There are new characters with a modern art style and character artists. It is a game concept that changed many times since 2021 up till now. Well, you know, when it comes to the online, it's pretty much, you know, common sense when it comes to the online. So probably going to have like a time attack mode, survival mode. Virtua Fighter is famous for adding time attack mode in their games. So we could definitely probably see like a time attack mode offline. And then, of course, you know, story mode offline. The original arcade mode followed by the, you know, the cinematic endings that they put them in. So this right here is pretty much the basic stuff when it comes to Virtua Fighter online and offline. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So he says that there are new characters with a modern art style and character artists. Now, when it comes to the new characters, the number, you know, I want it to be a big number, at least 10 new characters. I really want the new Virtua Fighter game to have a big roster. Sega can do it because Sega is one of the best at researching martial arts and researching backstories when it comes to characters. You feel what I'm saying? And they are great when it comes to nationality of characters. Sega has shown it. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, when it comes to online, offline, just expect what we've already seen, but expect things to be better. So then he says, streaming and spectating implementation is an important part of the title and super game concept. Yeah, we kind of seen that with Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, so I wouldn't be surprised if they take that to the next level. It is a reboot of the Virtua Fighter series in development by current Virtua Fighter staff. It is a title releasing in all major platforms with crossplay and rollback. This is where I got my worries when he says all major platforms. Now, if RGG Studios is going to be making this game, I don't think it's going to be on all platforms, because RGG Studios has really been PlayStation exclusive all the way. They don't really make Xbox games. I haven't really seen any games come out for PC, but we'll have to see. Maybe they'll strike a deal with Microsoft or some shit like that. But if it happens, I'll be shocked. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So, just to put that in y'all head, with RGG Studios, they're primarily PlayStation. So we'll just have to see. That's where I got my worries at. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, he says that it's going to be a reboot. So if it's going to be a reboot, this could be a great thing. It could also be a bad thing if they don't do it right. It could be a great thing if they just go ahead, reboot the story, change some character styles up or something like that. It's all right to change up a couple of backstories, you feel what I'm saying? But I wouldn't change too much. Now, I said Virtua Fighter does have a story, you know what I'm saying? It does have a story, but as far as the backstory, as far as the lore, it's really not there. You said we have to use our imagination. So a reboot would be perfect to kind of, retell that and show it to the audience and get a bigger audiences, because now the characters will be doing it in real time and we're going to see what the story is all about instead of using our imagination for it. So that's what the reboot can do well in. Now, me personally, I really don't care. It could be either or. It could be Virtua Fighter Reboot, Virtua Fighter 6, because one thing that they can do, they can still call it Virtua Fighter 6 and it be a reboot. Y'all feel what I'm saying? They did that with Soul Calibur. So I'm thinking that they're going to do something like that. They're going to call it Virtua Fighter 6, but really it's going to be a reboot. It's going to be a retelling of the whole Virtua Fighter story and a rebranding of the concept. That's just my personal opinion right there. So that was the highlight of what this person is explaining when it comes to the new Virtua Fighter title. Also, there's a lot of other stuff that he explained as well. Stuff kind of like, there's going to be special guest developers that are going to be in the game's development as well. But so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give my thoughts on what I expect to see, what I hope to see, and things that they should implement or things that they should just keep the same as they did in Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. So there's a lot of things that I really got to say about this, because I actually did this when Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown got announced, and then we found out it was a remaster, but it's still a great game, masterpiece. I'm glad that it happened. So now this is going to be a totally new Virtua Fighter game. I'm going to go ahead and explain the things that I've just mentioned and what I hope to see. Now, like I said, I want Virtua Fighter 6 or the new Virtua Fighter game to have a big roster. I want it to be at least 35 to 40 characters, at least 10 new characters. We don't know what they're going to do with the base roster, but I'm expecting all the characters are going to come back, with the exception of maybe Taka. I don't think Taka really needs to come back. I'm just being all the way real. I know there are a lot of Taka players out there. A shout out to my boy Shadosha, but I don't think that they should bring Taka back. That's just my personal opinion. But other than that, I think every other single character should come back. These characters are classic. They're iconic. But like I said, they can change up the styles a little bit with the characters, the art style and concepts. They can always change it up. Some characters they probably won't be able to change up. Characters kind of like Jackie Bryant, I don't think they're going to change his style because it's just too iconic. The spiky hair and all that type of stuff. Jackie Bryant is kind of like Ken, like a character like Jackie Bryant. I don't think they should change up his concept at all. They need to keep that spiky hair, but a lot of other characters can get changed up a little bit. Sarah, I think they could change her up, kind of change her hairstyle a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? Make it a little bit more urban. Sarah does fit an urban personality. Pai Chan, Lao's daughter, they can do a lot of shit with her. They can really make her into a Hong Kong film actress if they really wanted to. Give her a Zhang Ziyi-like look. If y'all don't know who Zhang Ziyi is, Zhang Ziyi played in, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and shit like that. They could make Pai Chan look like her or some shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Characters like Gao Hinugami, Gao, they can stay the same. Gao looks very creepy. He looks very Dragunov-like, the scars on his face and shit. All they got to do with Gao is just put more detail on him and he'll be fine. Lao, they could probably keep the same. He's a pretty traditional character. Lao, of course, is my main character. And like I said, Lau is a character that he has changed as far as his age and all of that, but gameplay wise, Lau is probably that one character that they will probably keep the same. I hope they will, and I'll be glad if they do keep him the same, because like I said, he's the most traditional character out of the whole bunch. But I'm just naming off some examples of what they can do with these characters. A character like Leon, they don't have to change too much, you know what I'm saying? Leon's look basically can fit any generation, you know what I'm saying? That whole Leonardo DiCaprio, Justin Bieber look that he got, so Leon is pretty much fine on his own. Wolf is a character they should change up a little bit, you feel what I'm saying? Because there was a controversy a couple of years ago if Wolf is actually a real Native American character. So a lot of people say that they don't think so. A lot of people say that he is. They need to kind of change Wolf up. If he's a Native American character, they need to really start showing that he is. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, Jeffrey, I could see them doing some really good shit with Jeffrey. Like Jeffrey, they can remake him like they did DJ from Street Fighter 6, or like what they did with Eddie in Tekken 8. They can make Jeffrey look dope in the next Virtua Fighter game. But you know, I'm just naming off some examples of what they can do with a lot of these characters when it comes to the new Virtua Fighter game. Next, I want to talk about the core gameplay. I'm going to sit here and say it's probably going to be an unpopular opinion to the most part, because I kind of feel like when it comes to the core gameplay of the new Virtua Fighter game, they shouldn't change a damn thing. When it comes to Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, I kind of felt like that core gameplay was as good as it got. And the reason why I say that is because the counter hit system. Me personally, to this day, even above Tekken 8, I still feel like Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown has the best counter hit system in fighting games right now. The reason for it is because somebody can be throwing bullshit at you and you can punish it. You can make them pay. If somebody can come in, be aggressive, mash on you, and they try to get out of there, you can punish them with a 3K mid kick. They fall on their ass. You get a guaranteed punish, guaranteed launch, guaranteed combo. You can make people pay for doing stupid shit in Virtua Fighter. That's what I love about it. If somebody being on some bullshit, you can definitely make them pay for it. So I feel like they should not change the core gameplay at all. Now, if they want to change up some animations to some moves, which I know they'll do because Virtua Fighter does change up a lot when it comes to that, they can change some framework and stuff like that. Go ahead and do that. But the core gameplay, they need to keep that. They need to keep the core gameplay from Ultimate Showdown because it works, it's fast, it's fluid, it's fun, and like I said, it's free. It just, you have complete freedom with the core gameplay when it comes to Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. I really feel like they need to go ahead and adapt that to the next Virtua Fighter game. Now, I also want to talk about DLCs and the possibilities that can happen when it comes to the VF new title. You know, we live in the era of DLC, and we also live in the era of shops, customizations, and microtransactions. So we can kind of expect the new Virtua Fighter game, Virtua Fighter 6, to have the same. Now, when it comes to DLC characters, I've always said that DLC characters, if they do it, should be within the realm of Sega. Now, I did a video on this also a few years ago, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about it and what characters that I actually would want to see when it comes to the new Virtua Fighter game. So if y'all want to check that video out, here's the thumbnail to this. But I will say shortly, like characters that I would actually love for to be in the new Virtua Fighter game. Characters such as Li Xiaotao from Shenmue, Quajon from Shenmue, Smarty from Virtua Cop. You feel what I'm saying? You know, even maybe a couple of Fighting Viper characters, you know, either Bond or Tokyo or Picky. Picky is kind of like a rival of Leon, another rival for Leon. So the sky's the limit when it comes to DLC characters. Just as long as they keep it within the Sega realm, I'm cool with them having guest characters. And I also want to say this too. I said this in the last video that I did when it came to guest DLC characters, when it came to Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, but we never got them. There's the one character that I hope that Sega will bring back. There's one character that I hope that they will bring in the base roster. And here this character is right here. This character's name is Sibba. As you can see, he is a Saudi. And as y'all could see, he has a strong resemblance to that of Shaheen from Tekken 8. The reason for that is because this character was the original Arab character. He was supposed to be in Virtua Fighter 1, but he got taken off. He got put in Fighters Mega Mix, and then we never seen him again. So when the new Virtua Fighter game does come out, does pop up, I want this character in the game. I want Siba in the fucking game. Sega needs to stop ignoring this character. This character has only been on one Virtua Fighter installment, and he's already iconic. The character is legendary, especially in the realm of Sega. Everybody loves this character, and everybody wants to see this character come back. And in the new Virtua Fighter game, they need to bring this character back. They need to bring Siba back. And if they bring this character back, great detail, great story, Siba gonna be one hell of a character. I'm telling you that right now. He's gonna be one hell of a character. Like I said, I'm not gonna say too much. Y'all can go ahead and check out that video that I just posted, to the thumbnail right there. So I'm gonna conclude the video with this. We don't know the timetable of the new Virtua Fighter title, when it's going to be revealed. I'm still thinking it's going to be about at least 2 years off. Me personally, I don't think that they should show anything right now anyway, because of what's going on with Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, you know, even Mortal Kombat 1, even though Mortal Kombat 1 is trash. There's a lot of fighting game firepower out there. I really don't think that they should reveal anything right now. I feel like Sega should just go ahead, let it cook, you know, figure out some stuff, you know, try to make the game better and all of that. I do want to see certain martial arts show up in the new VF game. Like I said, there are other certain types of characters that I would like to see as well. A couple of martial arts that I want to name off. Basically, I want to see a Filipino Kali Eskrima master, even though they use weapons. I don't know if Virtua Fighter is going to go that route, if they're going to have basically a character that uses weapons, but that would be good to see. Another fighting style that I would like to see in the new Virtua Fighter game is basically another close quarters combat type of style. Something like a Krav Maga or Russian Sambo or some shit like that. That'd be kind of good to see as well. You know, as a matter of fact, I hope that's what they're doing. You know, after all of these years, they got to put a CQC character in the game. So I can definitely see them doing that, putting a CQC character in. Hopefully it'll be Krav Maga, you feel what I'm saying? So just a couple of martial arts that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully they put in. And like I said, when it comes to the new Virtua Fighter game, hopefully they'll just give us a legendary package. You feel what I'm saying? And I also want to talk about the offline extra content modes. Now, as I said, Virtua Fighter holds one of the most classic and iconic offline extra content modes, and that's called the quest mode. Now, for people that don't know what the quest mode is, you know, people talk about Street Fighter 6's Battle Hub, Tekken 8's arcade quest mode. Both games got it from Virtua Fighter 4's quest mode. That's where it came from. It is an iconic in-game extra content feature. You feel what I'm saying? They brung it out in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. They actually continued it in Virtua Fighter 5, the original Virtua Fighter 5, and then, you know, that was it. We didn't see it again. So the quest mode, they can bring it back, you know, because one of the things I loved about the quest mode, it just gave you that RPG feel, and it had its own store where you could actually use fight money to buy, you know, customizations and shit like that. We were able to buy win poses and shit like that. Y'all feel what I'm saying, man? It was just some fun shit, you know what I'm saying? And they have a real good opportunity to bring that quest mode back, because it is the original mode out of the two modes that we're seeing in Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. It truly is. I'm not going to tell you no lie. The quest mode from Virtua Fighter 4, that's where Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 got their modes from. No lie. But if you go a little bit before that, the original Virtua Fighter 4, they had the Kumite mode. The Kumite mode was like that infinite mode where you would just fight and collect things, get money and shit like that. Now, I love the Kumite mode. The Kumite mode was my personal favorite. They should just bring that mode back as well, because, like I said, you could just sit there and fight all day long and collect shit all day long. It was non-stop, and it was addictive as hell. So the quest mode, the Kumite mode, they can bring those modes back, and then probably create another mode, like a Shaolin chamber mode, like an open world setting when we can go and just, you know, learn arts and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? They could do something like that. Like I said, they'll probably add like a time attack mode or something like that. So like this person said, it's right there. They can do it. I know Sega can do it because they've done it before. They've done it before. And if they're going to get new people on this development, You know, those new people should have some fresh ideas. So it is kind of interesting to see what's going on here. And I also want to touch on something else when it comes to special moves, when it comes to the new Virtua Fighter game. This is probably going to be another unpopular opinion, but it's one of those opinions that, you know, people should give it a chance. And what I'm going to talk about is supers, as in super moves. Now, a lot of people are like, well, Virtua Fighter shouldn't have super moves. Well, Virtua Fighter 6 or the new Virtua Fighter game, I think it should have super moves. Now, here's the thing. All it is basically just a cinematic move of the character going all out on their opponent. You feel what I'm saying? They got that shit in real life martial arts action movies. Y'all feel what I'm saying? It don't got to be nothing super flashy or anime. Like, it can just be a cinematic super move where the character is just assaulting its opponent. So I would actually welcome super moves in the new Virtua Fighter game. I know a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell is he talking about? But hey, go ahead, put in super moves. But here's the thing. After they put in the super moves, they stop right there. Y'all feel what I'm saying? They don't need no extra feature like heat engagement or drive impact or nothing like that. Just let the characters have super moves and that's it. Probably give the characters a meter, build that meter up by, you know, combos, counter hits, throws, use the super, and then that's it. Y'all feel what I'm saying? All that other extra stuff, nah, Virtua Fighter doesn't need that. But I do feel like Virtua Fighter would benefit from having supers. I really do. Also, too, the special effects. Now, in Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, I really did like how they did the special effects. The special effects were very balanced, and I hope that continues in the next Virtua Fighter game. Once again, they don't got to go all crazy with it. You know, just give us the special effects like they did in Ultimate Showdown. And I really think the new Virtua Fighter game would benefit off of that as well. But that's pretty much all I got when it comes to this video. You know, this is Virtua Fighter. I can go on and on and on and talk about what I want in the game, what I anticipate in the game, and I expect and all of that. But like I said, check out the videos that I showed y'all, the thumbnails on my video here. Also, too, be ready at the end of this video. I got classic Virtua Fighter content y'all can check out, along with classic Tekken content y'all can check out. Just to let y'all know and remind y'all that I am still the top dog when it comes to Virtua Fighter content on the internet, period. Also, too, if y'all interested in Virtua Fighter lore, if y'all want to know the backstory of the characters in depth, check out my boy Virtua Bros and his channel, aka Segalicious. Go over there, subscribe to him. He is the best in the business when it comes to Virtua Fighter's story, lore, and he is the best in the business at telling it and explaining it. Go ahead and check his channel out. And let me know what y'all think about the latest news involving Virtua Fighter. Are y'all excited? Are y'all worried? Man, tell me what's on y'all mind about this. We could definitely get a conversation started because I really do want to hear what y'all got to say when it comes to this news involving Virtua Fighter. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest Virtua Fighter and Tekken content on the internet, period. Ain't nobody doing it like I'm doing it when it comes to both of these two fighting games put together, and that is facts. I will get back at you in the next video. My name is Demetrius, aka C Money. God bless. Stay safe. I am out. Peace.